In the year 2243, humanity's beacon finally pierced the celestial din, announcing our existence to the Galactic Concord, an elusive union of ancient alien races. Eons of isolation had shrouded the Concord in an aura of myth, their motives and allegiances an enigma. Ambassador Avani, a woman forged in the crucible of interstellar politics, was entrusted with humanity's fate. The Concord's assembly hall, a gravity-defying marvel, pulsed with an otherworldly energy. Avani, dwarfed by the delegates, crystalline beings, sentient clouds, and hulking bio-armored warriors, stood firm. "We come in peace," her voice resonated through the chamber, seeking a place among the stars. A hush fell. A being of pure light, its form shifting like a nebula, spoke in a voice that echoed through minds, not ears. "Why, after millennia of silence, do you now seek our company?" Avani met the alien gaze. The galaxy is no longer silent. Shadows stir beyond the charted systems. We believe the Concord is our only hope. The alien's form swirled, its emotions indecipherable. "The shadows you speak of, they are a consequence. To join the Concord is to join a war fought for eons, its origins shrouded in time." A moral dilemma, stark and immediate, confronted Avani. Was joining a war humanity's only path to survival, or was there another way, a path untrodden but free from the burdens of the past? Days bled into weeks, the silence in the chamber a tangible entity. Finally, the verdict arrived. "The Concord welcomes you," the alien delegate boomed, its voice laced with trepidation. "But know this: the cost of membership is high, and the shadows grow ever closer." Avani, her heart heavy with the burden of her decision, stepped forward, accepting humanity's place in the galactic stage. The future, shrouded in uncertainty, thrummed with the promise of thrilling discovery, fraught with the peril of war. The first chapter in humanity's intergalactic saga had begun. The enemy of the Concord remained shrouded in mystery, a whisper in the galactic grapevine, the Errant. Legends spoke of a civilization that had mastered hyperspace travel, traversing the cosmos like nomads, stripping planets bare of resources. Their motives were as obscure as their origins. Some Concord delegates believed the Errant were refugees, fleeing an unknown cataclysm, desperate for survival. Others saw them as harbingers of galactic desolation, driven by an insatiable hunger for expansion. Avani, ever the pragmatist, knew the truth likely lay somewhere in between. The Concord's paranoia stemmed from fragmented messages, intercepted transmissions hinting at the Errant's approach. These messages, encoded in a chaotic blend of mathematics and alien tongues, defied Concord decryption efforts. A frantic energy pulsed through the assembly hall, a microcosm of the galactic unease. "They are nearing the Orion Spur," a crystalline delegate trilled, its voice laced with panic. The Orion Spur, a region teeming with young, resource-rich star systems, was humanity's new home. The realization struck Avani with the force of a meteor: the Errant were coming for humanity. A cold dread settled over her. Humanity, a fledgling civilization, was on the front lines of a war they barely understood. The fight for survival had just begun. Avani, thrust into the cold reality of war, knew humanity's survival hinged on unraveling the mysteries of the Errant. Diplomatic channels proved fruitless, the Concord wary of sharing classified intel. Frustration gnawed at Avani, but she wouldn't give up. She turned to whispers exchanged in dimly lit corners of the assembly hall, to rumors of rogue Concord scholars who delved into forbidden archives. The trail led her to a cloaked figure, their true form obscured by shimmering technology. This scholar, Xylo, offered a glimmer of hope. "The Errant," Xylo rasped, their voice distorted by a voice modulator, "they are not simply plunderers. They search for something ancient and powerful." A spark ignited in Avani's mind. The Errant's erratic behavior, their cryptic messages, it all pointed to a desperate quest. But what were they searching for, and what threat did it pose to the galaxy? Meanwhile, the Concord stirred from its lethargy. War fleets, colossal spacefaring cities bristling with weaponry, emerged from hyperspace. Drills echoed through the assembly hall, a grim symphony of preparation. Avani watched, a knot of unease tightening in her stomach. The war for the galaxy was upon them, a war fought not just for resources, but for a secret buried deep within the cosmos. Avani knew in her heart that the key to defeating the Errant, and perhaps saving the galaxy, lay in uncovering that secret first. A cold truth settled in Avani's gut as she observed the frenetic preparations of the Galactic Concord. The vast spacefaring cities, bristling with unimaginable weaponry, were a testament to the Concord's ancient power. Yet, a disquieting dissonance echoed in their actions. Diplomatic briefings were light on specifics, cloaked in an uncomfortable vagueness. Xylo, the cloaked scholar, confirmed Avani's suspicions. The Concord, they wheezed, fears the Errant may stumble upon their greatest secret, a weapon of unimaginable power. The revelation sent shivers down Avani's spine. The Concord wasn't just preparing for war, they were preparing for a desperate gamble. They intended to use the Errant as unwitting pawns, leading them to the weapon while simultaneously obliterating them. Humanity, a pawn itself on this galactic chessboard, was kept deliberately ignorant. The weight of this knowledge pressed heavily on Avani. The Concord, the supposed beacon of galactic peace, was willing to sacrifice both the Errant and an innocent civilization to maintain their power. A wave of anger surged through her. But anger wouldn't win this war. Avani formulated a daring plan. She would utilize humanity's nascent technological prowess, honed during their long isolation, to crack the Concord's encrypted messages. The intercepted Errant transmissions held the key, a chaotic blend of mathematics and alien tongues. If humanity could decipher them, they might uncover the Errant's true purpose and the weapon the Concord sought. Days turned into weeks as humanity's brightest minds, fueled by Avani's conviction, toiled away. Success remained elusive, the alien code a maddening puzzle. Meanwhile, tensions rose within the Concord. Whispers of discontent reached Avani's ears. Some delegates questioned the morality of sacrificing humanity. Then, a breakthrough. A young human mathematician, fueled by a potent blend of genius and desperation, cracked the code. The fragmented messages coalesced into a horrifying truth. The Errant weren't searching for a weapon, they were fleeing from one. The Concord's ultimate weapon was not a tool of defense, but a dormant entity of unimaginable destructive power. Avani's heart pounded. The clock was ticking. She had to expose the Concord's duplicity, to forge an alliance with the Errant, before the galaxy became a battleground for an ancient evil. But how? The answer, she knew, lay in revealing the truth, in uniting the disparate factions against a common enemy. The future of the galaxy hinged on a gamble on trust, on the possibility of forging peace amidst the flames of war. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, Avani embarked on a mission of impossible odds, contacting the enigmatic Errant. She knew revealing the Concord's deception was the only way to forge an alliance, a desperate gamble for survival against a common enemy. Utilizing a network of rogue Concord sympathizers, Avani obtained the coordinates of a rumored Errant outpost, a hidden asteroid base cloaked in advanced cloaking technology. Venturing into the unknown, Avani's ship, the intrepid explorer vessel Hope, pierced the veil, revealing a colossal, metallic asteroid, its surface pulsating with an eerie luminescence. Docking within the asteroid's cavernous interior, Avani was greeted by an unsettling silence. The Errant, she soon discovered, were not the monstrous, resource-hungry conquerors of Concord propaganda. Instead, she found a society of weary nomads, their once gleaming ships bearing the scars of a long and desperate flight. Their leader, a being of pure energy encased in a shimmering force field, introduced himself as Xylo. Avani, with a heart heavy with the burden of truth, revealed the Concord's deception, the weapon they sought to control, and the impending galactic war. Xylo listened impassively, his energy form flickering with suppressed emotion. "We, too, sought to warn the galaxy," he revealed, his voice resonating through the chamber. "But the Concord, consumed by fear and paranoia, branded us villains." A fragile trust began to form. A shared enemy, the looming threat of the Concord's weapon, outweighed their differences. Xylo and Avani devised a daring plan, a two-pronged attack to expose the Concord and disarm the weapon. The Errant would utilize their mastery of hyperspace travel to infiltrate the Concord's heavily guarded central archive, while humanity, drawing on their newfound understanding of the weapon's technology, would attempt to disable it remotely. The success of their plan hinged on absolute secrecy and perfect timing. As Avani and Xylo shook hands, a gesture of unity across the vast gulf of their differences, they knew they were embarking on a desperate gamble, a race against time to save the galaxy from the brink of annihilation. Months of rigorous training followed, forging an unlikely camaraderie between humans and Errant. Humanity, under Avani's resolute leadership, delved deep into the weapon's complex technology, while the Errant, led by the stoic Xylo, honed their infiltration techniques. News of their burgeoning alliance couldn't be contained forever. Whispers reached the Concord, morphing into accusations and finally, undeniable proof. The revelation of the Concord's duplicity and the weapon's true nature sparked outrage amongst the member races. Avani, with Xylo by her side, addressed the Galactic Council via hologram, their united front a testament to the power of truth. The evidence was irrefutable. The council chamber erupted in pandemonium. The once powerful leaders, exposed and ostracized, were swiftly deposed and incarcerated. A new council emerged, one built on transparency and accountability. The tide had turned, but the danger remained. The weapon, a dormant leviathan nestled deep within a quarantined sector, pulsed with a malevolent energy. Avani and Xylo, along with a joint human-Errant task force, embarked on a desperate mission to neutralize it. The journey was fraught with peril. Concord loyalists, clinging to their warped sense of order, launched a final, suicidal attack. The combined might of the human and Errant fleets prevailed, their newfound unity a beacon of hope in the face of adversity. Reaching the weapon's chamber, Avani and Xylo, hearts pounding in unison, initiated the deactivation sequence. The chamber trembled as the weapon's power flared, straining against their efforts. With a final, earth-shattering tremor, the energy subsided. The weapon was inert, a silent testament to the triumph of cooperation over warmongering. The galaxy, forever changed by the events that unfolded, entered a new era. Humanity, no longer an isolated fledgling, stood shoulder to shoulder with the Errant, their unlikely bond a symbol of unity and hope. The scars of conflict remained, a stark reminder of the past, but so too did the promise of a future built on mutual respect and shared responsibility. Avani, forever marked by her experience, looked out at the vast expanse of stars, a single thought echoing in her mind. In the face of unimaginable darkness, even the faintest spark of unity can illuminate the path towards a brighter dawn.